What's going on with, housing, what's going on with services for people with mental illness.
Straight ahead on CBS19 News at 4. Those are the questions some people are asking as City Council deals with the Market Street homeless encampment that remains in the headlines. We got a live preview.
She turned around and she came at me. She grabbed me by the back of the head. She slammed my head into the metal bar of the cot.
And a horrifying night for two Orange County EMT workers as the person who they were attempting to help, they say, attacked them. We've got their story. Your CBS19 News at 4 starts right now.
A major brush fire here in Madison County where smoke can be seen for miles. I'm Sarah Allen, live in Madison County with the latest.
He was one of the ones who seemed to be willing to shut down at a drop of the hat. He's been against funding for Ukraine.
Senators Warner and Kain weigh in on the new Speaker of the House and how they see his past voting record. CBS19 News at 4 starts right now.
Live from the CBS19 News studio, this is CBS19 News at 4, Charlottesville News First.
And breaking news right now, the Washington Post reporting that Charlottesville's controversial Robert E. Lee statue, the one that prompted the deadly Unite the Right rally in 2017, has been melted down. Charlottesville prevailed in a legal battle with the Sons, the Confederate veterans, and other groups that wanted to preserve that statue. The project's organizers called Swords into Plowshares, providing an update on what will happen next to the former Lee statue. We'll be live outside the Charlottesville Circuit Court at 4:30 with their announcement. Now, this developing story, what started as a brush fire in Madison County has now engulfed 20 acres of land. Our CBS 19's Sarah Allen is in Madison County live with more. Sarah, what's happening over there? Now, with an eye on the Capitol, the House narrowly avoided a government shutdown a few weeks ago, but the next deadline is November 17th. Now the work starts all over again. CBS 19's Felicity Taylor talked to our Virginia senators today. She joins us in the studio now with what they said needs to happen. Felicity. Coming up on CBS 19 News at 4, mass starvation fears are rising in Gaza as the Israel-Hamas war rages on. Now, desperately needed supplies reportedly aren't reaching fleeing or trapped civilians. We'll have the latest on that deadly conflict. Plus, don't go anywhere. Coming up at 4:30, a big update in the fate of the Robert E. Lee statue, which, according to a breaking report from the Washington Post, has already been melted down. Straight ahead on CBS 19 News at 4, good news for an Albemarle County family. A missing woman has been found. We got the details of the rescue of a woman missing since Tuesday.
Until the end of the calendar year.
And both Virginia Senators Tim Kaine and Warren say that he wants local action on the looming federal budget deadline now. We'll tell you what they're proposing. Your CBS 19 News at 4 starts right now.
All right, breaking news now. A missing Albemarle County woman has been found safe.
CBS 19's Dan Schutte is tracking this story for us right now in our newsroom. Dan.
And some breaking news for you now. The Albemarle County Police Department investigating a homicide that occurred last night. It happened just after 10 p.m. on the 2000 block of Stony Point Road. ACPD and Albemarle County Fire Rescue were dispatched there for a medical emergency. Upon arrival, responders found 52-year-old Phaedrus Agablu deceased in his residence. His death is currently being actively investigated as a homicide. No suspects have been identified. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to contact ACPD or Crime Stoppers. And more breaking news out of Michigan. Teenager Ethan Crumbley was sentenced to life in prison without parole today for gunning down 4 classmates and wounding 7 other people at Michigan's Oxford High School back in 2021. Speaking at a sentencing hearing, Crumbley told the court that he is, quote, a really bad person and is not trustworthy. Well, more details coming up on that case on the CBS 19 News at 5.
Straight ahead on your CBS 19 News at 4, heavy police presence on St. Charles Avenue today as Charlottesville police assist with the FBI. We have the latest on this ongoing operation.
And a man convicted of a shooting at Wicked Hits last February was sentenced today. We'll tell you how long he'll serve. Your CBS 19 News at 4 starts right now.
Live from the CBS 19 News studio, this is CBS 19 News at 4, Charlottesville News First.
Good afternoon. I'm Gretchen Stinger.
And I'm Alexia Williams. And thank you so much for joining us. CBS 19 News at 4 starts right now. With some breaking news out there, a big FBI presence off the Locust Avenue.
Plenty of officers are armored vehicles surrounding a house.
CBS 19's Felicity Taylor has been on the scene and has the latest for us. Felicity, what's going on out there?
All right, thank you, AJ. Developing now. A big FBI presence off Locust Avenue in Charlottesville.
Last we saw, there were plenty of officers and armored vehicles surrounding the house. Our CBS 19's Felicity Taylor is still live on scene. Felicity, what's the latest? Straight ahead on your CBS 19 News at 4. After 15 hours of a standoff with the FBI, a Charlottesville man has now been arrested for allegedly running a prostitution ring. We have a live report on the scene from neighbors and what they're saying. And coming up in our 4:30 half hour, Charlottesville Chief of Police Michael Kotches joins us live in the studio to break down the latest on crime in the city. Your CBS 19 News at 4 starts right now. Well, after 15 hours of a standoff, the FBI has arrested a Charlottesville man for allegedly running a prostitution ring that spans the East Coast. CBS 19 was the first on the scene yesterday and stayed on scene through the arrest, which was made just after 8 o'clock this morning. CBS 19's Felicity Taylor is live on St. Charles Avenue now with the latest on the suspect and how neighbors are reacting to this shocking news. Felicity. CBS 19 News will be back in just a few minutes, and coming up, Charlottesville Chief of Police Michael Kotches joins us live in the studio to talk about crime in the city, how much we are experiencing now, and how police are responding. Stay with us.
How can we return that agency or freedom that was taken from you back to you with choice?
Straight ahead on CBS 19 News at 4, the tremendous toll that human trafficking takes on its victims, how tough it is to return to normal life. We talk a local project dedicated to helping those rescued from that life after last week's local FBI bust of an accused trafficker.
So the importance of this bill is that families, in the event that their loved one dies, they can afford their mortgage payment.
And the General Assembly taking a look at providing basic benefits for private security forces. We've got an update on a local case that spurred a new legislation. Your CBS 19 News at 4 starts right now.